Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, it's going to be a motivational episode because I seen this video. It was a friend of mine's. She had shared it. And I overall had liked the video. I liked what the man was trying to say. But at the same time, that's the thing with some motivational videos. They make it seem like that it's just, it's so easy to get motivated. It's so easy, especially like for, I really don't know who these videos are catered to, but it's like when you're going through it, it's not that easy. Like it's one of the hardest things to do is to feel motivated. Cause I'm telling you, like, there's that days where I sit down and I think of all of the video ideas and all of the different podcast ideas and the games I can play during my streams. I think of all of the different things that I can do, but the motivation just it's not there. Now I feel like it has a lot to do with the stuff that I face in life, but at the same time, I'm like, these motivational videos. All right, so to explain to you what the motivational video was, so the guy was overall talking on like how much. So he started the video off by saying, how much does this glass of water weigh? People are guessing. One person said 8 ounces, the other person says 12 ounces. And then he goes on to say, like, the weight of the water or the glass of water doesn't matter. Like, it only matters when you allow your brain to think that it matters. And he was just like, you'll hold it for a few seconds. It won't matter. Then you hold it a little bit longer, then it's gonna probably start to matter a little bit. And then when you hold it for the whole day, your arm's gonna feel numb and all of that. And then he was just like, just always remember, put that glass of water down so your arm won't be, going through it and stuff. And here's the thing, because I like what he was overall getting at. I ain't gonna say that what he was saying is wrong, but I feel like when people are going through it, videos like that, it ain't gonna be too helpful because I don't think people understand, like, when you're mentally going through stuff, you can't just let go of it. So here's my example, and here's what I wanted to add on into that, because I'm like, okay, what do you do when the glass of water is like glued to your hand? And let's not even say it's like, just regular like room temperature or cold water. This is like burning hot, like sensation. Like I want to give people like my little like spill off of it and stuff, because if it would have been me, I'd been like, that's how that glass of water feels. Feels like it's glued to my hand. I can't let go of it. I can't set it down. It's just going to come right with me at all times. And I'm like, I'll forget about it. But then once I'm going to do something, I remember that water is right there in my hand. So there's a lot of things that's preventing me, or there's a lot of things I can't do, and this glass of water is preventing me from doing it because it's glued to my hand. And then at times where it's like this water can get extremely hot, start burning my hand, and I'm like, bro, I just want to cut my hand off. Like seriously. Like I don't think people realize like that's how it is, for a lot of people. It ain't that easy where you could just set a glass of water down and just go on about your day. It's not like that. Like it's never gonna be like that. Yeah, maybe with like some physical stuff, but with some mental stuff, like fam, no. Like physically, physically, I don't know how many times I put it. There's just like glasses of water surrounding me, because anytime when I'm physically going through some stuff, I forget that it even exists, and I'm sitting there, there's times I messed my hands up at work. There was one time I remember I cut my thumb open, and I was like, guess what I was doing? I was still playing video games. I was still recording and uploading videos when my that joint disorder thing was going on with my jaw, and I was like, bro, I could barely even open up my mouth. And then there was a time when I was doing a Hodge Twins reaction video, and my jaw legit popped out of place. Guess what I did? I still carried on with the video. What other I'm turning my fan back on, by the way. But anyways, what are some other like physical things? I'm saying, like, you're dealing with some physical stuff. It's perfectly fine. You could easily put that stuff, them glasses of water down. I'm like, bro, that like glass of water gonna slip out my hand when it's some physical stuff. I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of things I've like been through physically in the years. But I'm like, fam, I still go out and do my thing. Even last year, I was dealing with these ankle pains, and I'm like, fam, it felt like that joint disorder that was in my jaw like went straight down to my ankle. And I'm telling you, it was like one of the worst like pains. It legit felt like my ankle was broken. And I was just like, fam, that's what I actually did to fix that solution. I went and got me some compressed socks. So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go through. But I was like, fam, I was outside trying to exercise. I would be going out on these walks and stuff. And yeah, my ankle, it was shot. Like cars would, you know how like when you be walking across the street and a car getting ready to turn in, fam, I couldn't even, I just tell the car, I'm like, nah, you can go. Cause I'm like, my ankle, it's like, it's shot right now. I cannot run. I can barely even walk. It didn't matter what shoes I wore. It didn't matter what like I did. It didn't matter the amount of pressure. I was like, nah, this ankle is shot. All right. So I was like, there are solutions. My thing is like, you know, what do you do in a solution when you got a glass of water like glued to your hand? You know, my thing is this, it's gonna take time. You know, like that's one thing I just want to let people know. It's gonna take time for this glass of water or for that glue to wear out. And overall, like, you know, you'll be able to carry on with your life. And I know some people will be like, well, what if it's super glue? It's gonna wear out. It ain't gonna be, or it's like, you know, you're gonna have to find things to do or find solutions to do to get rid of it. But at the end of the day, you have to know that it ain't gonna be there forever. You know, it may seem like it's gonna be there forever, but it's not gonna be there forever. Eventually, like, your fingers are gonna ache, crack, whatever, and you're gonna let that glass of water go. If you feel like that you can't let it go, eventually it's gonna get to a point in time where you're gonna see another glass of water that's actually, you know, much more better, or I don't know, Fiji water or whatever, but you are gonna like eventually, you know, set it down, grab something else, focus on that. And if that hurts, then you know, hey, that it's either gonna be, you know, a motivational story, or you're gonna learn your lesson, or yeah, more so that you're gonna learn your lesson and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay away from that, because every time when I get involved with that, it always hurts. It's always hurtful and stuff. So yeah, but I was like, I was just watching that video and I was like, man, you know, I don't think this guy understands like how hard it is. It's like I really don't know what his whole life situation is, but I'm like, bruh, like it ain't that easy. Like I don't know. It did seem like it was kind of an older video, and I feel like, you know, in this today's generation, I just feel like that there's a lot of people that are really like mentally going through stuff, especially with this whole pandemic and stuff. I mean, it's like I wouldn't necessarily say that it's over. I feel like it's going on. I feel like it's still going on. But there's still people that's like, you know, I really don't want to be outside if there's a whole virus going around and stuff. So it's like, you know, you got that, and then you got where people's like personal lives, like, fam, I'm telling you, I went through a lot of different things like throughout this pandemic, and I'm like, man, you know, it's one thing where it like, you know, it was either gonna make me or break me. So it's like to overall kind of just, you know, tell you guys a little bit of motivation from myself to put on to you guys. Fam, I went through it with this pandemic. Like, I went through it mentally. I lost my like my more higher paid job. YouTube wasn't really going so good. What other things? Then it was like, I was like, you know, stores that I went to on the regular, I couldn't even go to them stores no more to just, you know, really just kind of escape from like problems and all that stuff. So I was like pretty much four cornered room, just dealing with it, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna be in this like, you know, cornered four wall room, right? And I ain't like, you know, and there's nothing for me to, no, I'm gonna find something to do. So I started grinding with YouTube. YouTube started going good. I gained 10,000 subscribers within a year. What else? I picked up Twitch streaming. Twitch streaming has been going good. I gained like what, maybe in the past like few months, hundreds, probably a couple hundred followers. Like, ever since I really started taking Twitch streaming seriously, I'm like, yeah, it's like probably a couple hundred followers. TikTok. I've been posting TikTok videos like crazy. I've gained hundreds of followers through that. I think there's one of the videos I I posted one of the videos because it was right before the King Kong versus Godzilla movie came out. I got a crap ton of views on that. And then there's other videos that I'll post or get a crap ton of likes and views. Then when I post those videos on Instagram, they get even a crap ton of likes and views and stuff. What else? And then with this, then with the pandemic, you know, when things just like opening back up and all of that, I was able to start promoting my SeatGeek promo code again. By the way, use my promo code to knock $20 off your next purchase. TMossBoss for SeatGeek. But yeah, I started promoting that. And then that started going good. So it ain't even like, my thing is this. It don't even matter that I had lost my job, and then plus like, I felt like I was kind of going through some things like with friends and stuff. My thing is like I regained some friends. Even if I lost some, I regained some. So I'm like, all of those, like, the thing is you may think that all of those problems and all those things that you're facing in life, like it's this like void that you think will never be filled back up. It is. Like, that's the thing where I'm like, I'll reach my moments when I just don't feel motivated, but at the same time, I just also feel like I'm being lazy. And so that's why I'm like, nah, I need to like break that habit. I've been trying to break that habit for years because, man, I'm telling you, that's like one thing I feel like that really does hold me back. Like, to really just sit down and like talk on myself real quick. Like, because I know people may seem to think that I do post a lot of content, because I have people tell me that all the time, like, oh, you post a lot of TikTok videos, oh, you post a lot of YouTube videos, you post a lot of podcast episodes and all that. To me, that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what I really want to do. Like, if I sat down for a whole day just recording content, fam, like, I think I'd be set for like probably a week, maybe a couple of weeks, depending on how many videos. Well, I'll probably be good for like probably a couple of weeks, because I mean the limit is like 15 videos on for the day. So I'm like, yeah, if I spent like the day just recording like 15 videos for like each channel, and then probably at the between that and stuff, do some TikTok videos and then do some podcast episodes and stuff. Like, fam, I'm kind of like behind on podcast episodes and stuff, which is good because I like that. I like being behind. I like being able to have content to, upload and stuff. But, other than that, I'm like, fam, like, the amount of stuff that I can do, but I just feel like I'm kind of in a way, like, holding myself back. Like, I don't even think you guys really understand the amount that I can do. And so, yeah, it's crazy. Like, when you, like, that's the thing. And I just think, people, it's like, you sit down and take the time to, like, really find, like, that motivation. That's what I'm doing myself. I'm like, really trying to find that motivation and just be like, hey, you know what? Like, all this procrastinating and not doing stuff, and that gotta end. Like, I found something, and I had to say, like, in a way, like, I feel like I have, motivated myself to like chase something. Like, I've motivated myself to like really, like, there's goals that I'll set where I'm like, okay, I definitely want to do this, I definitely want to do that, I want to go to this place, I want to meet these people, I want to, so I'm like, it's goals like that. I feel like it's like the basics, but I'm like, I feel like if I know that stuff is going to happen, then I feel like that, oh, okay, then, there's a reason for me to chase it. And that's the thing. I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm chasing, but I'm like, is it worth chasing? Like, is it going to be a good outcome if I do these things? Or is it going to be basic? Or is it going to be negative? Like, I want, like, the most positive outcome I possibly can get. And that's the thing about life. You really don't know what's going to happen. You don't. That's one thing that I've accepted in life, is like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. Like, I can't control it. I can't. And I think a lot of people, that's why I've been like talking on recently. It's like people will always come up with these scenarios in their head thinking, oh, things is going to fall in my favor. But I'm like, correction, you don't know that. You don't know if things are going to fall in your favor or not. So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, like, going right back to this, like, holding this glass example, you may think that it's going to be that easy to set that glass down, but what are you going to do if there's glue on it? What are you going to do if you can't, like, you take your hand back and the glass is still there? Then what are you going to do? So that's what I'm saying, like, people, you got to think of all of the different options, all of the different scenarios. When I see one thing, 1,000 things run through my head. Because I'm like, okay, what if this happens? What happens if I did this? What happens if 1,000 things is running through my head. So that's why I'm like, I never look at a situation and give it one scenario. I give it the most amount of scenarios I can possibly think of. Now, I may go with one because I'm like, okay, well, that seems like the best fitting one, but it might not work out. So therefore, I got to come back, look at it again, be like, okay, I did that last time. Let me do this different thing. And I'm like, okay, oh, well, that worked out. So I'm like, I got to do that next time when I'm getting into a situation. Now I'm like, okay, moving on to the next thing in life. You guys see it as like, when you're going through life, you guys see it as like levels in the video game, right? Bad example, but at the same time, it's probably the best example that I can possibly use. But you guys see, like, going through life as like video game levels, like Mario or something. So, you know, all right, you got through these first obstacles, you got through the the little things that you gotta jump on. I don't know. Maybe I should use a different video game because I'm like, I don't play enough of Mario. But anyways, but it's like overall, like, you know, you get through the levels and stuff, and then it's like, okay, next level. So it's like, okay, I did this last time, that didn't work, I gotta do something else. So overall, like, that's overall I feel like that's a good example. I feel like people that don't play video games wouldn't really understand that and stuff. But yeah, to those people, play some video games. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And make sure you also subscribe to one of my 36 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. And also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and then win out $20 off your next purchase. And make sure you also use my promo code for Epic Games Support a Creator Thing, TMossBoss. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.